Ready? Go.
Hello everybody.
Hi.
My name is Darren.
And I'm Graham.
And I have seen the film Frost Nixon.
Frost Nixon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Have you seen that film?
No.
Do you know what it's about?
Is it the prequel to Frozen?
No, but I bet you actually believe that, don't you? What do you
Not
think?
now you said that.
Well, what do you really think it's about?
I think it's about...
clues in the title.
There's no clues in the title.
There's no clues in the title to Frost Nixon, what Frost Nixon might be about.
Bad weather and... Nixon.
Well, definitely Nixon. You're right with Nixon.
Nixon.
Yeah.
Do
you know what it is?
Sounds like...
Are you being intentionally stupid? I hope you are now I've said that.
You don't have to be stupid to not know who
Nixon is.
Nixon is.
Do you know who Nixon is?
I don't know his first name.
You don't know his first name?
What is it?
Richard.
Oh yeah.
Richard Nixon. So you don't know what the Frost might refer to?
It's like Bill Frost, Bob Frost, someone like that. Billy
It's
Bob
not as a
Frosty.
person, at least it's not. At least
Yeah,
you've
I
got
know
that.
it's a man, isn't it? What's his? Oh, just
David.
Yeah.
David Frost.
No, that's the guy from A Touch of Frost.
No, that's Inspector.
Yeah, but what's his first name?
The actor that plays him is
David.
David Jason. I think his name's Jack, isn't it? Isn't it Jack Frost?
That's another character entirely. That's from The Legend of the Guardians.
Either way, they're not in Frost Nixon. That's David Frost.
Right.
Do you know what it? Well,
Is it
obviously you
David
don't.
Frost versus Nixon?
Yeah.
So it's Inspector Morse or whatever he is. Who is he?
Who? Who?
David Jason versus Nixon.
No, it's David Frost versus Nixon.
Right.
David Jason's
Nobody's
around.
ever heard of.
Nobody's heard of David Frost.
No one. Well, Nixon has.
I mean,
assume.
most people would know what Frost Nixon would refer to.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you know what Nixon did? I didn't realise we'd have to get so basic with this.
Nixon, he was a crook.
How? Why?
He claimed not to be a crook.
But why was he a crook?
Is this Watergate?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
all right.
Watergate about?
Watergate was about. I don't know.
Don't you know? I'm
I
not
used to
making
know.
fun, I'm going to teach you.
I used to know, but go on, educate the fans.
You mean you?
I'll listen. I'll listen.
Well, Nixon had the offices of his rivals bugged so he could listen to them.
Oh yeah, Watergate. Yeah.
That Watergate.
Yeah.
Oh, David Frost.
There's been so many of these gates. You know what I mean?
So anyway, so he got caught doing that. Obviously resigned as the president.
But it wasn't actually him, was it? Surely, I mean.
Well, it was under
his
his orders.
He didn't go into the.
Well, he didn't do it.
To unscrew the light bulb. And...
Well, no, but he sent people to do it.
Yeah, but is that just as bad?
Yeah. It's worse.
Yeah, because I mean, Hitler didn't actually kill lots of people. He just told people to do it. He's like, well, if you do it, that's on you. And they were like...
Did he say that?
I imagine it was implied.
Yeah, and in German.
Yeah, well, yeah, he didn't... Yeah. Accents might be a bit different.
So, yes, so Nixon got... This is
He got a
preamble
trouble.
to the film.
Sure.
It's not about this.
This doesn't get explained in the
No,
film?
I didn't... Yeah, well, no, it does, because... well, we'll get onto this in a second.
Okay, you're right.
So, yeah, so Nixon then got resigned from office. The next president, Gerald Ford, essentially like... Gerald Ford.
Gerald Fraud.
Fucking hell. He like exonerated him from any criminal charges. You know, said
Wow.
whatever you've done, don't worry about it, Richie.
All right.
And then everyone was a bit
That's
annoyed by this. David Frost, who was a British, TV personality. You know, he was in like a comedy thing with John Cleese and Ronnie Corbett. Milk. No, not what?
Wasn't that guy in Milk?
What guy?
Sean Penn.
What are you asking me?
He played Frost.
Who did?
Sean Penn.
No.
No.
It was Michael Sheen.
No, it wasn't.
What are you saying?
Oh,
In the film Frost Nixon, Frost is played by Michael Sheen.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was the one
Sean
I said.
Penn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it wasn't.
Okay.
And Nixon is played by Frank Langella. Anyway, so the American public were pretty pissed off that Nixon got away scot-free. And so Frost managed to put together an interview, sort of spoiler alert for the film, but, well, I assumed everyone knew it. At the end of the interview, Frost gets Nixon to admit what he's done.
Oh, so it's like The Interview.
What do you mean it's like
They
the
ripped
interview?
off the interview.
They filmed the interview
Yeah.
with Seth
With
Rogen.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it,
Oh.
so I don't know.
Oh.
But this came first,
Okay.
and it's based on real events. So I suspect it probably didn't rip off the Seth Rogen movie. So
So,
it was really
the
good.
film. Yeah, the film was good.
Yeah,
You liked it.
I did like it.
Yeah.
I thought the performances were great. Did I say who Frank Langella played Nixon? I don't know if I said that.
You did say that. We all caught it.
Good. And they're both good, and they both sort of walk that fine line between portraying
Whose
a
side
person...
are you on, sort of thing.
No.
Oh.
It shouldn't really be a case of picking
That sounds
sides
like morally
between
ambiguous.
the feisty reporter and the corrupt
Well,
ex-president. Whose side are you on? I'm on his side. Good old Tricky Dicky, get him. Anyway, so they walk a fine line between performances and impressions. So, you know...
Good or bad?
It's better than just doing an impression. You know, obviously with Nixon, it's pretty easy to do, like the guy in Watchmen and stuff like that, and you know, where it's kind of a caricature of him. And David Frost when he kind of does he does that iconic David Frost voice that I'm sure you know it.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a sample of the David Frost impression?
Oh wait, no, not
No.
David Frost.
Do you?
I don't know David Frost.
It's very iconic. I'm sure you do.
Go on, show me. I don't know it. Go on.
It'll go like.
I was gonna no.
And hello from me. That's really good. I was a bit James Mason-y, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so yes, so what's his face? Martin Sheen does a bit of that. Michael Sheen does a bit of that, but for the most part, it's really good. My criticisms of said film are A, that it isn't very tense when you know what's going to happen, because you know what's going to happen, and he doesn't build up the tension.
What if you don't know the backstory?
Well, you're a fucking idiot.
Right. But you might enjoy the film more, is the point.
Well, and actually, it's directed by Ron Howard, who's an average director, but a damn fine narrator.
He is a damn fine narrator.
And my favourite film by him that I'm aware of off the top of my head, I saw Apollo 13 when I was a kid, I haven't seen it since, is Rush. And I think I enjoyed Rush because I didn't know what was going to happen, even though apparently it's common knowledge.
Apparently,
but
yeah.
I don't follow F1 or give a shit about any sport. I think that the Watergate thing is a bit more common knowledge than a race.
It's weird when somebody doesn't know something that everybody else knows.
So what happens in Rush?
That's not the point.
So you don't know that then. So not everybody knows that one, apparently. And apparently the criticism that you can aim at Rush, which is why you might like both, is that it kind of tells the story to people who might not have a clue what's going on. And that's kind of the case with the Frost-Nixon one, and you know, it kind of... It's a film for people who don't know... You know, how do I say this?
They missed those parts of the broadsheet.
Yeah, it's aimed at a broad audience.
That's not what I said. I don't think that's what I said.
You said the word broad. You know, and so... Though I felt like there could have been more tension between the two, and
was there much of a relationship built up between them, or was it just kind of thrown together?
Yeah. But Martin Sheen, ironically, like Chris Hemsworth's character in Rush, is very Austin Powersy. Like he's kind of a sort of rich British playboy, and in kind of Hemsworth's case, you kind of think, well, yeah, because you're not English, that's an accent you're putting on. But in Sheen's case, he is English. Well, I think he's Welsh, but you know, same difference.
Yeah.
It's not quite the stretch for him.
Yeah.
So, but maybe that's just the David Frost thing because he's doing the voice like this. It's a pretty good impression. There was nothing really below the surface, so like it could have drawn parallels between the kind of, you know, the sort of superficiality, if that's a word, of politicians and TV, you know, all about performance, which it didn't really do. But I really enjoyed it. Like you say, it's about the bond. I like the two characters. Well, I didn't like Nixon, obviously, but I enjoyed watching the two characters. So yeah, good. I was going to talk about the whale film that Ron Howard's just done, but so I watched this in preparation. Then you told me I couldn't talk about the whale film.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, you haven't seen this either.
Yeah, but I don't plan. It's not out right now in the cinema.
I'd say this is better than Frost-Nixon is better than the Heart
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
sure
Sea.
it is. Yeah. It got a lot of acclaim when it came out.
Yeah, and it's very good. It's written by Peter Morgan, who's the guy that tried to write a couple Bond films, and they panicked and had to get Purvis and Wade back in. Apparently, his draft wasn't very good. But it is good, and it's adapted from a stage play.
Oh right.
Yeah, and often with movies that have been adapted from stage plays, they feel very stagey. This doesn't.
Often set in one room and stuff like that.
The only thing is that, like, you kind of think like I almost would be happy to just have the two men talking and the tension of that, and then you think, well, then I just may as well watch the actual interviews because it was on television. The point of this film is kind of all about the close-up and how that brings out a person's sort of true self, because you can see right into the glint of their eye.
Alright.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's all I've got to say on the film.
Oh well. I hope to watch it at some point of my life.
I got it for £1.
You bought it for £1?
In the pound shop.
It must have been good.
It was a bargain.
It's a bit of plugging the pound shop there for free.
I didn't know
appreciate
it was actually
that.
Poundland. Anyway, bye everyone.
Bye bye.